View of the mob. In the United States, in the city of Houston, a really smashing place with many advanced facilities like this. The city is a small green place. This small green place. See where the Shepherd School building goes? This is Rice. Yes, Rice University. The Rice Owls. The owls. And the who? The marching owl band. Directed by Dr. Ken Dye. And sanitized for your protection. Look, over there, here comes the mob. We are here at the mob banquet, where we eat tasty food. Let's go, run forward. Give awards to each other. Accept awards from Ken. And Ken tells us how we're going to faraway places. During the rest of the year, there is a concert band, and a jazz band, and a basketball band. But our fans really come out for the mob. Hi, Alex. So we have a sign-up and orientation, and meet people like our drum major, Randolph. And the rest of the staff, even a grungy. The mob then goes and stands in line for food. The time we spend eating. It is a very long line. And then we have our first practice. I can't remember another first practice where we actually got to sit down. Just what makes up a mob? Well, we don't run around naked. We wear uniforms with blue footwear. Yes, blue. With the color of the socks left up to us. Uniforms are just that, uniform, all alike. With slight embellishments permitted. Well, maybe more than slight. Or maybe pretty obvious. Or not particularly obvious. The great thing about uniforms is that everybody blends in. Don't we, Susan? This was the uniform for the first game. Unfortunately, this shot was taken at the last. And these uniforms are okay. This is Lamar, but instruments usually aren't optional. This is how instruments are made. There are violins, piccolos. Yes indeed. Village inspection, that is a piccolo. Flutes. Don't see this view of a flute very often. Clarinets. Saxophones. Trumpets. He's gonna hurt himself. Horns. I think they call these things baritones now. Trombones. Yeah! Sousaphones. The electric bass. And the drums. That's all. Sorry, there's there's no clocks. And this is how we build a show. First, the show meeting, where the formations and themes are charted out. And the script is coaxed out of the bag. Props are built. The formations are absorbed. Are practiced. Well, hopefully everybody gets synchronized. And we do this to the great satisfaction of all. Well, almost all. And then we go to the game to watch football. Or footballs. And the football players. Football is played here. The offense is played like this, leaving the opponent flying through the air. And the defense is played like this, leaving the opponent, well, you get the idea. This is the guy who leads the Owls on the field. Hopefully into the end zone. So that people like this can see scores like this with the clock reading 0. Someday. And this is the guy who leads them from the sideline, Jerry Burnt. I hear he was here tonight. Was he really? Coach always shakes hands. Sometimes he shakes feet. Sometimes he shakes something. All the time wishing his players luck, especially ones who need it the most. Other teams had small bands and big bands and B bands and bald bands. T-bands, and frog bands, and a band that supported a line of one-legged women.
The fighting Texas Aggie band, now forming in a tiny square on the east side of Rice Stadium.
Isn't that uniform special? Other bands have the same problems we do. Although, we don't have the same problems that they do. We don't have spats, plumes, and capes. The other bands have learned to sing. There were mascots from the other schools, some real, others just cutouts. And some faked by us. In realistic fashion. Alas, we didn't get to see this mascot's live counterpart because that school is dead. Here we go. We traveled. Did we take the plane? No! Did we take the train? No! No, we took the road. And these wonderful buses. And this not particularly wonderful truck. It was very exciting. Everyone was excited. And we skipped on past College Station. Even went past Beverly Hills. Some geography out there that's really weird. And passed down to the extremely strange sporting events. Like this. Some of us went on the road to Lubbock and saw a tree. Love is made of dirt. We also went to see the team play the Hoosiers in Indiana. And the Tigers at LSU. Everywhere we went, people had advice about what to do with owls. And how to prepare them. And commentary on owls and rice. And what to do with rice. And how to do it. And even how long to do it. Are we still in focus?
Yes.
Oh, that means yes. Okay. The other stadiums had many wonderful features. Like this extremely convenient phone booth.
Hello, FBI? I think the mafia is here.
No, just the mob. And even in the strangest of places, Rice had fans. Some things never change. Yes, the fans came out to watch from nearly everywhere and stood rapt at our awesome sound. Look, in the second deck. Is that Timmy? Is that Timmy? Could Timmy be an older person? The media came to cover us. Eric handily told this guy what to shoot. And this one had nothing better to do. The other schools had dancing girls. And with careful training by our own skilled professionals, we tried futilely to do as well. Now, I don't know why this is, but all those girls just want to show off. They're always doing the strangest things. Just to get our attention. I mean, it really happens everywhere. Even here at home. Although these ladies know exactly who's watching. They even perform a strange torture ritual. Cheers. Cheers like this one. Or teaching us new cheers. Like this. Even Kim seemed to like this cheer. They just keep on running. Sorry about the apostrophe. Just because you have to go to the game is no reason to get behind in your studies. But you can sneak a peek at the game every once in a while. This is somewhat less serious material, and this is somewhat more. This is not serious. It reads, "We'll carve them into engineers and lose a race of poets." Jacob put down the crust of his sandwich. This book was important enough to read at 2 different times. And Dostoevsky was a crime and punishment unto itself. Very serious. Infections of the spine, like non-tuberculosis osteomyelitis. And a good copy of Swamp Thing. For good nap would do. It would just have to do. There were people who joined us who were not in the best of health. Some fairly sick, a brand of Kleenex to use. Some broken, and somewhat crippled. Why? Not infirm, but possibly decrepit, the return of the alumni band, who may now be infirm, or, like Judy, at least seriously confused. I know, Judy, we changed the key. There were alums of all ages and eras, including this array of drum majors dating back to 1952. The bottom row are all Ken drum majors. There are some hazards to being an alum. Hazards like children, and the threat of children. And there is always the final hazard. These are alums who are keeping quite active. Keith in a shirt, very rare. Ray in a dress, also very rare. Sharon in chains, or chain anyway. And Jonathan in his usual. I'm sure none of them are named Timmy. We had a bonfire to boost the spirit and warm our armpits. And the mob was there. Maybe it boosted spirit too much. Guys, you carry off your own teammates. We saw a lot of children. Children should be seen and not heard. Children should be seen and not burnt. Take your pick. We were fed large quantities. Food during the year. Little toroids. Potato salad. Meat. And some were even lucky enough to have Thanksgiving dinner over at Ken's house. Thanksgiving. We had a concert after game this year, Otis Day and the Knights. These are the show assistants practicing the Otis Day request delivery system. Really doesn't do any good. Here's the band catching the only requests. It's difficult to take requests when you only know 2 songs. Elaine came out to sing for us.
Yeah.
And this guy did too. Although you'll probably recognize him better when he looks like this. I did a fine job of standing in for Ken's golden throat, performing an exciting version of Shout that everyone seemed to enjoy. Unlike the previous vocalist's attempt. Although the mob isn't always perfect either. Ken showed us the way all year. This way. That way. No, that way. How about straight up? I didn't say Simon Said. And we followed his lead to the letter with tremendous grace. And even if we didn't match this gentleman's superior level of skill, here we go again. This way. No, no, no. This way. And we learned hand gestures crucial to the performance, even if some of us had a little bit of trouble. Hey, we're almost there now. We wore costumes to the Arkansas game. We went as pumpkins. Babies. At least I hope it's because it's a baby. And even brought baby toys. There was a self-pronounced slut. A wench. A belly dancer. A couple of belly dancers, actually. And a flasher. And, there was an axe murderer. And a pope. And a vampire bass. A man with his tool. Shaggy. And a typical show assistant. And these fine simulations of reality, including this one right down to the pink eraser slippers. We made formations that we couldn't figure out. And others that they could, that even functioned. Here's a BMW with a working exhaust. The age of our university, too easy. A working chainsaw, not very easy at all. And these formations, which seemed to breed, because they kept popping up everywhere we went. Especially this exciting group of squids. No, we never repeat anything. Well, we're running a little late. We're here. Today's dating. We had couples with soft caresses who used each other's pillows or just shared one pillow or just the ground. And they held hands and hugged and kissed. Kissed a lot more. Or were just plain sweet. Although they occasionally played dominance games. Most of them just meshed nicely. One, however, was a sensation. And sometimes the guy she was with noticed they were being caught. Sometimes she noticed they were being caught. She never let it get out of hand. And with a certain amount of begging, it will all just work out fine. Turns out, who was smart? What cheery reading. We had a visit from a celebrity. A man from Gallery Furniture, who showed us that white people really shouldn't do rap. We still had a really good time. Gallery Furniture really will save you money! Another typical show assistant who put a little light and grace to our shows. They cool things off when necessary. and then heat them right back up. They really are slick. And quite understanding of our First Amendment rights. No, you mean. They stack well. And dance well. And even, well, wait for the wheel to be invented. And they even learned how to levitate things. Couldn't levitate the props. They had no money. And walked around with their palms open. But they are real diehards. Eager to look ridiculous. For the cause. That's a radar dish. It was on this 1988 model Aerostar van. Exactly the way I had it pictured. That is a helicopter. Just make your jaw drop. This is a spaceship. That could have used a little of that telekinetic talent. My guitar wants to kill your mom. The world's largest can is about exterminate. And this particle accelerator is two quarks. And now the staff, starting with Nancy, our secretary. Sorry, Nancy, don't kill me. Marion, the publicity manager. Quick, look over her eyes. Stan, the man behind the scoreboard. Ever wonder why it says, shucks, there it is. The voice of the mob. The man behind the microphone. Peter. And the photographers. Who took pictures where they shouldn't have. Pictures of the men's room at UT. I resisted going into the ladies' room. One of them would just scan and wait for things to shoot. Mike used high technology and clever disguises to sneak up on them. And David just let the mob come to him. Eric, on the other hand, was always there, putting everything on tape. This is Vicky. Oh, by the way, we're starting into the students. This is Vicky, our business manager. Allison, the personnel manager. That's Allison. Becky and Melanie, the librarians. And one of the uniform managers. And Lisa, the head uniform manager. Swapped places, and I don't know what they call their positions this year. These are the show assistants leaders. Chris, Joe, and Evan. Percussion equipment manager, Susie. Equipment managers, Clay, Pat, Mary Beth, and Mark. Mark looked very cool as Mark, although sometimes he just looked like Mark. And drum major, Randolph Burton, who learned early that a protruding tongue increases your skill levels. Nice job, Randolph. Who's in charge? Well, Ken was occasionally. And Lisa was. And I was a lot. But the guy that's really in charge is our director. Dr. Ken Dye. Ken always looks sharp. Really sharp. With every hair in his and he always knows exactly what's going on. And is happy to tell us just exactly where to go. And he never, ever begs for applause. He's famous, yes he is. He directs everywhere. He doesn't have to beg. He's Ken. In the sunset of our season, we ponder and wonder and think about and dig for just how well we did. Well, how do we do? It looks like, upon careful inspection, that we really carried everything off. Even when we got tired enough to fall right over. The mob always wins. And upon quiet reflection, once again, we had enough heart to use teamwork to show our true spirit. 1987. Whoops. Let's try that again. Yeah. Close enough. The 1987 Marching Hall Band.